Hi, my name is Eric Henry, and I will be presenting my solutions report project. So my topic is air pollution, and my topic is the types of air pollution and how they affect the environment, and I will be emphasizing fossil fuels mainly. What is my thesis? A few of the main issues that affect air pollution are industry and engine vehicle fumes, along with the burning of fossil fuels. The main points of emphasis on my solutions report is 1. Fossil fuel on the economy, 2. Evolution of motor vehicles, and 3. Actions taken to improve the environment. Through the slides, I will emphasize how these affect our atmosphere and our environment and how they can be negative as well as positive. So starting off with number 1, fossil fuel on the economy. A little background of fossil fuel and why we burn it. For more than a century, burning fossil fuels has generated most of the energy required to propel our cars, power our businesses, and keep the lights on in our homes. Even today, oil, coal, and gas provide for about 80% of our energy needs. Fossil fuel power plants burn carbon fuels such as coal, oil, or gas to generate steam that drives large turbines that produce electricity. However, by burning carbon fuels, they produce large amounts of carbon dioxide, which cause climate change, and that takes us to the effect it has on the atmosphere. And that includes land degradation, unearthing, processing, and moving underground oil, gas, and coal deposits take an enormous toll on our landscapes and ecosystems. The fossil fuel industry leaves vast stretches of land for infrastructure such as wells, pipelines, access roads, as well as facilities for processing, waste storage, and waste disposal. In the case of strip mining, entire swaths of terrain, including forests and whole mountaintops, are scraped and blasted away to expose underground coal or oil. Even after operation ceases, the nutrient-leached land will never return to what it once was. And as a result of that, critical wildlife habitat, which is land crucial for breeding and migration, ends up fragmented and destroyed. Even animals able to leave can end up suffering as they've often forced into less than ideal habitat and must compete with existing wildlife for resources. Moving on to number 2, the evolution of motor vehicles. We're going to talk about the necessity of motor vehicles that produce harmful fumes and the effect these vehicle fumes have on the atmosphere and how the problem continues to grow. Starting off, most automobiles' environmental impact, perhaps 80 to 90%, will be due to fuel consumption and emissions of air pollution and greenhouse gases that climate scientists say are driving global warming. Fortunately, the level of that impact is very much under the control of the driver. Among those pollutants motor vehicles produce are various sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, unburned hydrocarbons, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and particulates. Emissions from cars increase the levels of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This makes sense because many other human activities contribute to air pollution as well. In fact, the production of electricity by coal-fired power plants and other sources can cause more pollution than most cars, which is what we emphasized in the last slide. Moving on to number 3, actions taken to improve the environment. Some things I'm going to talk about is the production of electric cars that produce no vehicle emissions and the act of going green and how it actively impacts our society and make the environment a cleaner place. Some information I have is the following. Electric cars don't emit climate-damaging greenhouse gases or health-harming nitrogen oxide. They're quiet and easy to operate, and electric cars seem to have a lot of advantages over cars that run on gasoline or diesel. In many cases, governments are actually encouraging this transition, and electrical cars offer a quick solution to 2 societal needs, which are reaching national targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and tackling air pollution in city centers. In fact, Germany has actually pledged to reduce their carbon emissions by 40% by 2020 compared to our 1994 levels and aims to have 1 million electric cars on the road by then. And talking about the act of going green and how it actively impacts our society and makes the environment a cleaner place. Implementing green practices into your home or office can help reduce waste, conserve natural resources, improve both air and water quality, and protect ecosystems and biodiversity. Going green can also reduce pollution, and it helps the environment by reducing the amount of pollution that enters the soil, water, and air. By using alternative energy sources and avoiding the burning of fossil fuels, recycling and reducing waste, and driving more efficiently, fewer pollutants are released into the environment, which ultimately makes a big impact. And that is the end of the slideshow. Thank you.